Yes, finally, Fabrizio Romano drops breaking news: Garnacho arrives in London. For medical text. Alexander Isak's transfer saga has finally reached the climax that many Chelsea fans were desperately waiting for, as Fabrizio Romano has just confirmed that the Swedish striker has now arrived in London to complete his medical tests before signing as a new Chelsea player. What started as one of the most intense transfer dramas of the summer has now turned into reality, and it feels like a turning point for Enzo Maresca's new Chelsea project. Isak, who has been one of the brightest attacking stars in the Premier League with Newcastle United, had been heavily linked with Chelsea for weeks. However, what shocked everyone was his refusal to attend training sessions at Newcastle, fueling speculation that his time at St James's Park was over. Reports then emerged that Isak had travelled back to Spain, training with his former club to keep himself fit and sharp, a move that only added to the chaos and intensified rumours that he was forcing a transfer out of Newcastle. Chelsea, already in the middle of a busy and ambitious transfer window, saw an opportunity they could not afford to miss. Negotiations between Chelsea and Newcastle dragged on with multiple twists, but now, according to Fabrizio Romano's latest update, everything has finally been resolved. The two clubs reached an agreement, and the player himself has long been set on joining Chelsea, seeing Stamford Bridge as the perfect next step for his career. The images of Isak arriving in London have spread quickly, creating shockwaves not just among Chelsea supporters but across the entire Premier League. He is now undergoing his medical tests, and the expectation is that once those are completed, Chelsea will officially announce him as their newest signing. There is a growing belief that Isak could even be registered in time to feature in Chelsea's next Premier League match, something that fans are already buzzing about. This deal is not just about signing another striker. It is about Chelsea securing one of the most clinical and elegant forwards in Europe, a player who combines pace, power, and incredible technical quality. Alexander Isak's arrival at Stamford Bridge signals a statement of intent, showing that Chelsea are not just rebuilding, but they are doing so by adding world-class players who can immediately change the level of the squad. The scenes outside Cobham and Stamford Bridge are already filled with excitement, as fans eagerly await the official announcement and the first sight of Isak wearing the Chelsea blue. Supporters believe this could be the signing that redefines the club's attacking options, finally giving them a reliable and dangerous finisher who can lead the line for years to come. With Garnacho's deal already completed and Xavi Simons also joining, Chelsea's front line looks set to be transformed entirely, and Isak could become the final piece that brings everything together. His medical is the last big step, and once he passes it, Chelsea will have one of the most talked about transfer windows in modern football history. Romano's confirmation has brought the news Chelsea fans had been craving. Alexander Isak has arrived, the medical is happening, and if all goes well, the Swedish striker will be wearing the Chelsea shirt sooner than anyone could have imagined. Alejandro Garnacho arrives in London, Chelsea's new era begins. The football world has been shaken to its very core as Fabrizio Romano has just confirmed one of the most sensational transfer stories of recent years. Alejandro Garnacho, the 20-year-old Argentine starlet who has lit up Old Trafford with his raw pace, fearless dribbling, and moments of brilliance, has already arrived in London to complete his medical tests with Chelsea. After weeks of rumours, speculation, and negotiations that seemed almost impossible at one point, Chelsea and Manchester United have finally reached an agreement for the transfer of the young winger. What once seemed like a far-fetched dream has now become reality, and Chelsea fans all over the globe are living in shock and excitement as the Blues prepare to welcome one of the Premier League's brightest young stars into their squad. Romano's famous "Here we go" has set social media ablaze, but the true weight of this transfer is still sinking in. Garnacho, who was seen just days ago in Manchester colours, has now turned his full attention to the new chapter of his career at Stamford Bridge. His flight to London was tracked by thousands of fans who could not believe the pace at which the story developed, and as the reports confirmed his arrival at Chelsea's Cobham training ground, the buzz became uncontrollable. The young winger is set to undergo his medical tests, and Chelsea supporters are waiting anxiously for confirmation that everything is in place. Should he pass without issue, which is expected, Garnacho will not only be officially announced but could also be included in the matchday squad for Chelsea's very next Premier League game. But the drama doesn't stop there. Sources close to the club reveal that Chelsea want Garnacho registered and ready as quickly as possible. In fact, there is growing belief that the Argentine winger could already be included in Chelsea's matchday squad for the next Premier League fixture. That means fans might not have to wait long at all before seeing Garnacho wear the famous blue shirt for the very first time. This potential debut adds another layer of electricity around Stamford Bridge. Garnacho is not just any young talent, he is already proven at the top level, with clutch performances, incredible dribbles, and the flair that makes him one of the most exciting players of his generation. For Chelsea, he could be the missing piece to unlock defenses and add ruthless creativity in attack, something the club has lacked in recent seasons. For Manchester United, however, this is a gut-wrenching moment. Losing Garnacho to a direct rival like Chelsea will sting, especially since he was widely seen as one of the players to build their future around. But Chelsea's determination and ability to move quickly in the market have left United powerless, and now their once bright star is on the verge of lighting up Stamford Bridge. In the coming hours, Chelsea fans will be refreshing their feeds, waiting for that iconic announcement photo of Garnacho holding the blue shirt. His medical is the last formality, and should he pass without issue, Garnacho will immediately be unveiled as Chelsea's newest weapon. And with Marresca pushing to have him available for the next league match, the Premier League is about to witness one of the most stunning debut stories in recent memory. Garnacho to Chelsea is no longer a dream, no longer speculation. It is happening right now, and the football world can only stand back in shock as the Blues deliver yet another jaw-dropping signing that changes the face of English football. Xavi Simons completes Chelsea medical, Premier League debut looms. The football world has been shaken once again as Chelsea officially take another step into their new era under Enzo Marresca. After weeks of negotiations, speculation, and tense back and forth between RB Leipzig, Paris Saint-Germain, and Chelsea's hierarchy, Xavi Simons has now successfully completed his medical tests in London. The Dutch wonder kid, often described as one of the most technically gifted young players in Europe, has long been on Chelsea's radar. His creativity, versatility, and attacking flair were considered the missing link for the Blues, who have been desperate to add a dynamic playmaker capable of unlocking stubborn Premier League defenses. Reports suggest that Simons' medical examinations were completed at Chelsea's state-of-the-art training facility in Cobham, where the player looked calm, focused, and determined to begin this new chapter. Witnesses claimed that despite the pressure of such a high-profile move, the 21-year-old carried himself with maturity far beyond his years, a trait that has already made him a fan favorite wherever he has played. This move did not happen overnight. Chelsea had to battle off intense competition from some of Europe's biggest clubs, including Bayern Munich and Manchester United, but their persistence, backed by the player's desire to join the West London project, made all the difference. Sources close to the negotiations reveal that Simons was particularly attracted by the chance to play under Marresca, whose possession-based, attacking philosophy mirrors the style Simons thrived in during his time in the Netherlands and Germany. Now, with the medical completed and official signing imminent, excitement among Chelsea fans has hit fever pitch. The latest whispers suggest that Simons could be registered in time to feature in Chelsea's very next Premier League clash. If confirmed, this would mark a stunningly quick turnaround from medical room to matchday squad, a sign of just how much Marresca values him and how ready the player is to make an instant impact. For Chelsea supporters, the anticipation is electrifying. Social media has exploded with chants of "Welcome Xavi" and dreams of seeing him link up with Estevao Willian, Enzo Fernandez, and Nicolas Jackson in what could become one of the most dangerous young attacking units in world football. The Stamford Bridge faithful are already planning banners, songs, and celebrations, knowing they are about to witness the dawn of a new era. Xavi Simons himself is said to be eager to